All right, my man, state your name. Let them know you on Real Talk with Nick.
Listen, man, I'm Kevin Mitchell. Everybody call me Bear. Long-time Knicks fan. Let's go.
All right, man, Bear on Real Talk with Nick. I know you like what's going on
Yes,
with
sir.
the Knicks. We
Yes, sir.
2-1.
Yes.
When we speak of the Cleveland Cavaliers, we're beating the man. Half of New York fans wanting on the squad.
Absolutely.
Right now, we're showing that we really don't need them.
Right.
Talk to me, man.
So here's the thing. See, when you talk about Donovan Mitchell, right? Donovan Mitchell is an explosive scorer, but when you play for a Tom Thibodeau team, you got to play defense, and that's something that he lacks. He gets to the basket, but he takes bad shots too. If you look at him last night, those threes, even though they were in motion, they wasn't really contested, and then he don't hit them in rhythm. You know what I'm saying? I like where we going as far as with the team. Our benches was keeping us in the games.
Okay, now you want to talk about the bench?
Yes.
Let's start with Obi now.
Okay, what's Obi problem?
Talk to me. Some say that, he ain't the man that they thought he was going to pan out to be. He's only good for fast breaks. Like, Randall is the guy.
Let's go.
I mean, we talking about youth versus vet.
Right. So here's the thing with Obi. You need minutes in order for you to have some production. You can't really get your rhythm going if you're getting 15, maybe 12 to 15 minutes a game. Obi came in, if you watched him, he was playing that day and he was a slasher. He's still staying true to his game. However, you got to have confidence in your game. You got to have confidence coming from your coach. Your coach can't put you in and ask you to do things that you're unable to do in a short amount of time.
Okay. All right. So you think Obi's good. He just need to test the time.
I think Obi's never going to be a star. I think he's going to be a hell of a role player. He needs to play on the team. Like, I want him to stay with the Knicks. But unfortunately, with the minutes that he's getting, he's never going to be able to flourish. We're never going to be able to see what he's going to be able to be.
Okay. So you saying in order to fix that, we got to get rid of the Randall. Basically, that's what you're saying.
No, hold on. Let's go back. Nick. Let's go back a little bit. Randall is one of those players that you need on the team. If you notice from last year to this year, the thing why he's playing in control, he got a true point guard. He was asked to do everything last year. Rebound, score. And he's not a leader. He's one of these dudes that going to give you production, but he's not a verbal leader. He don't know how to play with camaraderie. When you got somebody like Jalen Brunson that came on board, Jalen Brunson came on board and was able to set a tone, come from a winning organization as far as with Villanova.
So you saying that Julius Randle's not a leader?
He doesn't have leadership qualities. He can lead in spurts, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so wouldn't that make sense, right? Playing devil advocate, if we got a player who don't have leadership quality, you say he can only play in spurts. When we speak of leadership,
yes, sir.
That's more reasons why we should give more minutes to Obi, right?
But see, here's the thing: Obi hasn't proven himself. See, when you look at Randall over his career, right? Especially when he came, I don't care about what he did when he was in Lakers, when he went to what was that? What's the team he just came from? When he, I can't think.
Pelicans.
The Pelicans. When he played with the Pelicans, right? He was starting to grow into his game. When you look at him now, 2010 scorer, but just look at his body language. You put him on the floor, he has to be with somebody. Like, he's not that dude that you can rely on to bring the troops together. But you let him do his thing, don't say nothing to him, he ain't gonna say much. Look at after a teammate score. You ever see him pat anybody on the back?
Randall, no.
You'll never see him pat nobody on the back. But if you a coach, and if you played ball before, you got certain dudes that you roll with that you go, listen, this dude ain't gonna talk a lot, but he gonna give me the numbers that I asked for. So, like I said, as far as him being a leader, I don't see him as a leader. But then again, I'm a fan. I'm not a coaching squad. I don't see him as a leader. I see him doing things that helps the team win. Let's go.
Okay. So you're not concerned with the offense slowing down once the ball's in Randall's hand, man?
I'm only concerned when the plays are called and he's a part of the play when they call his number. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at Tom Thibodeau, Tom like one thing. He like big guards. He likes slashers and he like rebounders. And if you look at Julius Randle, he's gonna give you those things that Tom asked for. Can he take that attitude to another team? Is yet to see. But right now, I'm happy where he's at.
Okay.
Right now, I'm happy where he's at.
Okay. Now, as far as coaching, how important is coaching when we speak of the playoffs?
Very important, because you build chemistry that way. You know, your coach is like your pops. Your coach is like that old head on the block that always instilled no confidence in you. And a dude like Tom Thibodeau, he don't play. He's not. He can't. Everybody can't play for him. You understand what I'm saying? Look at Derrick Rose. Look at the loyalty that Derrick Rose has. Derrick Rose don't even play as much as he did, as much as he used to.
Right.
But there's something about Tom that allows a player to gain a sense of stability, a sense of self, and that's what Tom's gonna bring to you. Like I said, if you look at his resume, he's always a winner, but he stays in his lane too. Matter of fact, him and Julius Randle might be carbon copies of each other. They ain't the most talkative dudes, but they get the job done when you ask them to get the job done.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
all right. So, any takeaways you see from Tom Thibodeau that you wish he could improve on?
Yeah, I just wish he would be more honest with his players. You know what I'm saying? Like when you, what's the young man we had, Cam Reddish. You know what I'm saying? When you got a young player like Cam Reddish, you didn't give him enough time because you got your crew. Tom's an old head. He's an old school dude. He rock with who he rock with, and then you got to show him something that he likes. Sometimes he may not be the new school coach, but his old school values still play dividends to what he wants to do with his team.
All right. My next question would be, how important is Jalen Brunson to the Knicks right now?
Oh my God, listen, man, he the bloodline, man, he the heartbeat. This dude is one of the quiet leaders. I told friends a while ago when he was in Dallas, when you watch him in Villanova, right, this dude is stable, he's solid. He does everything well, and he doesn't receive fanfare. He's not that big, he's not that fast, but you look at his turnover to assist ratio is super low. He gets you the baskets that you need. He puts everybody into the offense. If you play ball over the course of years, you got somebody like this dude right here, you're going to be happy. And he's always positive. You never see him give a negative interview. Yeah, I like him a lot.
You like him a lot?
Hell yeah, I like him a lot.
You don't think his height play a major concern?
Oh no. Listen, you talking about the money wise when he got paid that he got paid that grip? Look at the market. Look at the market. What's they gave the kid Zion damn near $250 million to sit on the bench. So we can't be talking about money in production. Right. He's definitely playing his money's worth.
And I'm talking about his height, as far as his height.
Oh, listen, man, listen.
Is he too much of a small guard? That was one of the issues people was concerned with.
Hey, listen, can you go down to the Dominican Republic and come back taller? You got to play with what you got. You know what I'm saying? Like, he play with what he has. Listen, I like him, man. He might get a most improved player, but even if he don't, man, he's one of the best Knicks we had in a long time at that guard position.
Yeah. Now, speaking of the Knicks, man, and their accolades, man, it's like a lot of snubbing been going around, man. Before we get into it, I think you know where I'm going.
Let's go.
Julius Randle became an all-star.
Yes.
I mean, we can all agree somewhat that he deserved to be one.
Absolutely.
But we also feel that Jalen Brunson got snubbed. And now I'm hearing that your boy, man, you quickly got snubbed for the sixth man.
He did. The kid Brogdon from Boston won the sixth man award. Look, it's something about New York's mystique, man, that everybody don't really rock with. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Look, the best cure for revenge is winning. You know what I'm saying? Just win. You know what I'm saying? Just win. Don't worry about what they do. Let's keep it in-house. Let's keep getting these numbers. Let's keep getting these W's. And let's keep on moving. Don't worry about it. The biggest thing that we could do is win a chip and bring notoriety back to New York City, back to Knicks basketball. Because I know you understand the game. One thing about the Knicks is defense and it's playing tough. And we're starting to get that toughness back. Jalen Brunson quickly brings that back. RJ Barrett is he's the only dude, man. Like,
talk to me. You gave it up on RJ, man? Or do you think his role changed? He still scores.
I think
he still averages like 20 points.
I think his role changed. See, because you got to understand with a dude like him, he's extremely quiet. You know what I'm saying? So I would hate to play poker with him because I couldn't be able to read him. I don't know what he's thinking, what he's doing. I just think when Brunson came along, he realized that his shot distribution was going to be different. He wasn't going to get those extra shots because if you look at nowadays, he's in there with the second unit. I think Tom's doing that to build confidence. I think it's also good for him. I just think RJ could have gave me more. Listen, you the third pick in the draft, man. You came, it was Zion, it was John, it was you. Zion's not playing, so due to the injuries, and then you got John making these unnecessary mistakes outside of basketball. But on that hardwood, John's giving you everything. I do think RJ Barrett has a potential to continue to grow, but that has to be inward. That has nothing to do with the team, nothing to do with the coaching. You got to look at that man in the mirror, man, decide what type of player you want to be.
Okay, at this point right now, are you regretful as far as not getting Donovan Mitchell and giving away RJ Barrett?
No. I think chemistry is more important than anything else. I don't think Donovan Mitchell would have fit into our psyche. As far as, like I said, with Tom, you got to play defense. This dude's not a defender. He's going to score. I mean, what he had last night, 19, 18, something like that?
Right.
He didn't have a hell of a score, you know what I'm saying? So he's not consistent as most people thought that he needed to be, especially for a New York team. We're going to see. I mean, look, we up 2-1. The proof is in the pudding. Do I think we could beat Cleveland? I said early on that it was going to be a 6-game series going our way. Cleveland just don't have the bench that we have. Our benches was going to make this whole series.
The bench?
The bench, absolutely.
and we would have took Donovan Mitchell, we would have lost that bench.
Yes, listen. You know how much they wanted for him? You know what I'm saying? You was gonna give up Grimes, you was gonna give up quickly, you was gonna give R.J. Barrett, and you was gonna give 3 or 4 first-round draft choice. Who's gonna play? Tom was gonna suit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's keep it real. Like, if you like your team, then you gotta look at your team in totality. You have to look at the fact of what they was gonna do with that bench. Our bench been playing solid the entire year, and they got a great deal of understanding who they are. Yo, listen, one of our biggest pickups is the dude from that played in Villanova, Jason Hart.
Right.
Your Hart, listen, Hart came right up in there, man.
I call him the Gorilla Glue.
Oh, is he more than this, man?
Yeah.
He like a tight weave in a chick's hair, man. That shit laid in. I mean, because he came right in and he did exactly what you need to do. But check it out. He don't take a lot of shots, but it's just his energy. He come in there with that grit. He come in there with that New York grind. You know what I'm saying?
Does he remind you of a Doc Rivers, man, when we speak of the hustling? Remember a move back in the day when Doc Rivers died for the ball and chipped his tooth?
Yeah, I mean, listen, but you know he remind me a little bit of, he got that Greg Anthony swag. Remember Greg Anthony?
Okay.
You remember Greg Anthony punched Kevin Johnson in the face with the Versace shirt on?
Yeah.
Come on,
he
man.
He punched a few people in the face.
But I'm just saying, listen, I don't know who he had fouled, but I do remember him running up on Kevin Johnson and punching him in the face.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? And punching him in the face. So yeah, I like Jason Hart. I think Jason Hart does what a team is asking of him. He already got his man there, you know what I'm saying? So come on, Nick, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
You got to be able to play with somebody that makes you feel good. Just like you walking down the street, you got that Knick paraphernalia on, man. And the thing about it, somebody gonna give you a shout out that's a Knick fan. They just ain't gonna shout at you, man, because you got on Knick colors. It might be a little hate too, because there's also a net town.
Listen, Nets who?
Hey, listen, come on now, listen.
Come on, man.
No, listen. I play fair. I play fair. They're not doing well, but I'm just saying, you got Knick haters. Listen, you gonna have Knick haters. That's who they are. Me, I go back to a starting lineup of Rory Sparrow, my man Louis Orr, Joe C. Merriweather. Bill Cartwright, Marvin Webster. So I go back when they was 12-7.
But I'm saying, man, you stick with the grain, man.
Right.
It's sad when you see a bunch of New Yorkers flip the script. For a team that just came here, that they're gonna overshadow and do something that Pat couldn't even do.
Listen, man, you gonna have
where's the disrespect at?
But you
where's coming from, man?
Listen to me, you gonna have the antis. Listen, just because everybody going left, somebody got to go right just to prove that they different. Listen, man, everybody love a winner. What people fail to realize is how bad Philly was. But remember how bad Philly was, and they were talking about trust the process. Just when these dudes was like 10-72. Now look at them. You got to stay within. You say your grind. Not only stay within your grind, you got to stay within who you are. You got to get you got to get an identity. It took us a long time to find an identity. The Knicks finally got an identity. Play tough, play hard, play smart. Now Tom has decided to let the group shoot the three because he wasn't in the analytics.
Right.
He wasn't in the analytics. Now what's the young dude that they got from Utah on the bench with them?
Right. Damn. This is cool.
Brian is his name.
I think. Damn. What's his last name?
Well, I know
what you're talking about.
Listen, so you got that youth on the bench, right? You got that youth that's getting up in his ear going, listen, Tom, we got to shoot that rock. You know what I'm saying? And as far as for right now, we don't have great three-point shooters, but they got shooters that's good enough at the right time. We streaky, but sometimes with streaks, it's like anything else. You hit one, you feel your confidence. You miss two, you lose your confidence.
All right, man. But for the record, man, the Knicks going to win the series in how many games?
I say 6.
6, and that's what it is, man.
Yes.
The OGs say the Knicks going to win the game in
sir.
6. We're in the heart of Harlem.
Yes, sir.
He's on Real Talk with Nick.
Always.
Yo, Knicks might get fitted ring sizes soon, man.
Man, listen, let's go. Let's do it. Let's get it done.
All right,
Thanks, Nick.